Right, welcome back. So it's been a little while since our last update because we've been very, very busy. Summer's our busy time of year for the warehouse, so we haven't had much chance to work on either the Beetle project or the split screen for Goodwood. But finally got some time, so we're back onto the van for Goodwood. Now, a few things we need to sort out on it, but one of the things, the interior. Now, quite a nice interior, but the people at Goodwood weren't too keen on it. They wanted a more period looking correct interior. So we've got to get all this stripped out. We're going to get this sent off and get it all retrimmed in like original colours and an original style. Also, in the back of the van, we've got to tidy all this up. So when we got the van, it came with a whole heap of, I'd say spares, but parts, leftovers, whatever. A rock and roll bed that we don't want, etc. So first thing, going to get all this cleared out and then see where we stand. It's a great big hole. It's a very bizarre great big hole, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Got it all stripped out. So Nick got all the stuff out the back for me and got boxes and boxes of stuff. One of the things I did notice in amongst all our stuff was the rear engine lid stay, which of course is missing. So I'm glad we got that, because what's been happening here, I don't know if you can actually see. Hello. Where did that come from as well? That just fell out of there. That's really odd. There's no stay on it. And you can see that little dent there because whoever has been opening that and smashing that into the lock. So we've got the stay, we'll get that fitted. I don't know if you can see because it's a bit dark, but one of the roller wheels is missing. And that's possibly why the stay never got fitted. So we stock those, so that's all right. So I'll go and get myself a roller wheel and we'll get that fitted on, and then we can get the van across to the workshop. Straps for the cargo doors, so we can get those fitted as well. So there you go, from there to there, and stop the cargo doors going around and smashing on the bodywork as well. So that's one. Although on this side, we're missing the inner bracket, so we're probably going to have to weld a new bracket on that side. But that'll be good, get that done as well. So I'm going to keep looking and see if there's anything else worth getting out. Aha, there we go, there's something else. The battery clamp, that's also missing. Very important to have the battery bolted down securely, because if that falls over. Okay, so the other day we got the van running, driving again, we got the gears sorted. If you remember, we put that MP shifter coupling in the back. Really happy with that, that's nice and positive now. We got all the brakes done, so took it for a good test drive. One of the things driving it highlighted is it does wander a little bit. So I haven't really looked over it properly. The first thought was it's probably playing the steering box, but now we've got it on the ramp. If Nick can see here, you can actually see that the centre pin has got play in it. Can you see it, Nick?
It's just this, isn't it? Yeah.
It's there. Hang on, let me grab the other side. Can you see that moving, Nick?
It doesn't really pick up on camera, I don't think.
Ah, okay. Right. Oh.
What do you have?
No steering box. So, yeah, there's play in the steering idler here. So what we're going to do is knock the steering idler out and replace that with new pin and new bushes. Hopefully that will take the play up that we've got. I'm hoping that once we've done that, that'll eliminate any other play. Although I will just see if I can see any movement in that steering box. Really need to do it from the other end, but I think the steering box is okay. Anyway, we'll get that pin replaced and then we'll know where we are. We also need to have a look at the king and link pins. they're either going to need adjusting or replacing, because they have a little bit of play in them, but start with that first. There we go. There you go, Nick. That's our walnut bushes. Right, okay, so we've got to fit new bushes and a new pin to the centre of the axle. Now, I used to have a proper tool for doing this job, but I don't know what I've done with it. I can't find it, so I'm just going to knock these in using an old socket. Not really the best thing to do, but I do keep a selection of old sockets for this very purpose. The top bush just has to stick out. I think it's like 1.4 mil, which feels like it's about there. So, and the other thing, if you can see in there, Nick, can you see that? The greaseway. So the upper one, you put the greaseway to the front, and the bottom one, you put the greaseway to the back. So after you've put the bushes in, you ream it out, I'll say to 24 mil, because that pin is basically 24 mil. So it gives it a real accurate fit, so you haven't got any slack and play in it. You're getting loads of content there, aren't you, Nick? Right, there we go. It should be all the swarf out of there. It's the two seals, the washers, the crinkly washer that puts it under tension, and the lock washer. Dust cap, new bolt, complete kit. Right, so. Right, so while Nick was away, I finished and got all the centre pin in. With that in, I greased it up. Also greased up the king and link pins. Notice there is a bit of play on the link pin on this side. I have adjusted it, but it's kind of borderline, so at a later date we might have to do the link pins in there. Also, whilst I was checking it all over, this is kind of really interesting. I checked the steering damper. Now, apart from the bushes starting to perish, it is rock solid. I can't move that at all. So amazing that we managed to drive with that on there. But so also replaced that. So it's got a new steering damper on it now. And again, this just goes to show you need to check your vehicles. You need to be looking at them, maintaining them, regular MOTs, etc. Because stuff like this didn't show whilst driving, but is obviously a major problem. So with all that done, we've still got the seats. We were sending them off for upholstery, but that's all changed as all our plans keep doing. We're now getting seat covers from Newton Commercial. So I still have the seats here. So we're going to chuck the seats back in, take it for a drive, and hopefully find out the steering's all good now. Well, there we go. That's all good. Kind of seems to have sorted it. As you can see, take your hands off wheels, goes in a straight line now. So yeah, we're good with that. All done. Test drive went really well. Steering's all sorted now, so we're really happy with that. It drives really nicely. Unfortunately, while we're out on the test drive, the indicator's packed up. So we got back, decided first thing, check the fuses. So I don't know if Nick can show you down here. The fuse box is held in by a little clip that sits in here, and the clip's missing. So the entire fuse box is loose. So first thing I've got to address is getting that fuse box properly mounted, get the clip back in because we don't want that earthing out. Once that's done, I'm going to run through the wiring, see if I can find out where the issue lies. Maybe an earth, maybe just a relay, maybe something else. It's going to take a little bit of time. Be me scratching my head and cursing probably, but we'll get to the bottom of that. We're going to wrap it up on that for today. As ever, we're busy in the warehouse getting all your orders out to you, so got to get back to that. Next time we come, hopefully we get back to the Beetle. I thought you'd pan around to the Beetle. Oh, well, you come back to me?